Hello and welcome to another episode of 10k Replay with Commentary, where I talk about every decision I make while playing support in 10k MMR lobby. Today, I would like to show you my game of Weaver 4, as I feel like most of the replays I provided were more on non-greedy side, and as I said before, playing a greedy style of support is the easiest way to climb up. However, keep in mind that up until a certain point, you're basically playing for other cores, securing their lanes and early game, and only after the lanes break up, you can think more about efficiency. For the start, I would like to go for the first blood. We don't have the smoke, so that's unfortunate. And it's kinda selfish of me, but I feel like, even though we have Ogre, so he's like, with the facet, he's pretty much useless, but he can tank, right? But then we have the sniper with scatter shot, so we have 3 shrapnels they will deal a lot of damage. So we just run in, I use the bugs on them, and I believe, yeah, we're gonna feed the first blood, but notice my levels. I'm already halfway to the level 2, right? So that's a perfect style for me. We get another kill, and right now I'd like to chill and just, go for the lanes. I expect a ward here as they wanted to fight us, so I think they have vision of us. I deward that. But I noticed that my team is still fighting, and even though I don't have spells, I will have them in 10 seconds. So I'm like, okay, I can pretty much re-engage right now. So what is gonna happen here is I run in, trying to hide behind the tree here so they don't see me. They get baited by sniper, I use the bugs, and suddenly I'm gonna be level 2 even before the lane start. So that's great for me. So right now I understand that most of my job is to mess up with Oracle, as he's gonna be position 5. And the Broodmother is a very weak laner, so if we can pressure her, that's gonna be very good for us. As let's switch to the last hit first. As pretty much we win every trade like this. I win the trades versus Oracle. Dawnbreaker should be fine against Broodmother, but I'm level 2, right? So I can already harass them a lot. As I can use my W and just run in and harass. And that's what I will do. First of all, I block the camp, right? So they don't have the pull camp. I will just run in and bait some spells. So the laning stage is gonna be full of aggression from us, as it should be. The Broodmother is very weak, level 1, so we managed to kill her. And then even though I have aggro on myself, I can just go out of the range here, and we kill Oracle. And this is a disaster, basically. Broodmother has 2 last hits, and now she's missing like 2 waves because of this. And even though we don't have spells, I can still like attack her a bit. She doesn't have that much armor, and she's still level, she just hit level 2. So right now, okay, I'm gonna see if I have a pull. I don't, so I will deward. Versus Weaver, it's pretty much guaranteed that the sentry is gonna be on the side where the lane is, as they want to have vision over the lane, at least some of it, right? So the lane is pushed in, so I just block the camp with my body as I don't have sentry, and there's no reason for me to waste it. And I will try to use the bugs every time I can, right? Right now I hit level 3, sorry. So I will skill my W, because I just use my Q, right? So it's not like I will be able to use it for another 30 seconds. And this pretty much gets me a kill, just because I have level 2 of this. So I have like 30 more damage, right? And just like that, I have 2 kills and 4 assists in 2 minutes. And the goal is to snowball a lot. The first item I get is Earn. If I had a bad game, I wouldn't go for Earn, as they have Oracle, right? But with a start like this, I can... So, if I aim to play versus Oracle, getting Earn isn't the best idea, or rather getting Vessel, right? But in this case, I can actually go for it because it's so early, right? And this item gives me some armor, some regen, some mana, so it's not like it's end of the world if the Earn gets dispelled, right? So here's Oracle just stupid to trade versus Dawnbreaker here. Just dies. We missed some last hits under the tower, but I guess it's fine. So notice how I'm putting a lot of pressure every time their heroes are alone, right? I don't want to engage into 2 versus 2 that much, because it's gonna cost me my HP, my mana, and all of that. But if a hero is separated, like this Oracle here, or this, you know, this Broodmother is like here alone, I want to pressure that. So Oracle goes mid, which is a good choice by this guy. My sniper dies trading for Leshrac, so I'm like, okay, I can pressure this guy even more, right? So I use the box. He's gonna run after the Dawnbreaker. I can already smell that he's tilted, because he's just been left alone versus 2 heroes by his position 5. He's got 11 last hits and 3 deaths. And there's like nothing he can do. I know that in the mid lane there's Oracle. I can see Oracle on the minimap, right? So if I had more mana, I would probably just TP there and try to kill Oracle and maybe Leshrac as well, as I have levels. But if I don't have enough mana to TP and have impact, I will just stay on the bot lane, right? Just like in this case. And the Broodmother TPs again. And again, if we push this lane, we have like 5 creeps under the tower, so we can pretty much dive, especially with the fact that Oracle is gone. I miss the bugs, and that's the only reason why this Brood survives here, I think. I'm already almost level 5, I have 5 minutes, which is crazy. So notice how the situations looks like. So the lane is pushed in. I'm gonna stack the camp right now. My Dawnbreaker is a player that, you know, I can trust her, right? So right now, I'm free to rotate to any lane, because I just stack the camp. So if the lane is in a bad position, my Dawnbreaker can just pull the lane, right? And I notice that the heroes on the top lane, I don't even look there, but I see on the minimap that they are far enough so I can actually TP. And with my level 4.5 earn charge, I can pretty much guarantee I get kills. So just TP there, I get double kill, and on level 5 at 5 minutes, which is, you know, amazing. So right now, okay, I secured the bot lane, the Broodmother is tilting, I secured the top lane, I just got 2 kills here, so it's the time to rotate for the mid rune, right? Even though we don't really use the rune on the mid lane, I still want to be there, and at this point I can pretty much kill Leshrac. So I'm making a guess that he doesn't have vision there on the left side, because at most of the time the wards expire around this point, right? So yeah, I can see the rune. I'm like, okay, I don't need it, my sniper doesn't need it, I see Leshrac is coming, so I want to bait him in, and with the illusion rune, I get some illusions to tank the W, right? I get a kill on their mid lane, I die afterwards, but it's okay. So right now I'm looking at every lane, thinking where I can rotate. I see my Dawnbreaker is like far up and I want to rotate, but my sniper does, right? So my sniper is gonna kill the Broodmother, I believe. Okay, he doesn't. But it's fine. There's no impact to be had on the bot lane right now. So I see hero stop and I'm like, okay, I will TP. Leshrac comes, I start harassing him. I just use the bugs on him, so I'm gonna be level 6 in a while. Just in time I get my ultimate, just because of the bugs, right? I use it. And I get killed on Leshrac. And at 7 minutes, without the runes, XP shrines, sorry, I'm level 7. So I know that the Oracle is bot, so I go for their XP shrine. And I believe I'm gonna take every single XP shrine of theirs in this game. Ice comes, he's level 4, notice, their position 3 is level 4, and I'm level 7. So, yeah. And right now, my job is to be everywhere and dominate the map. So if I get my levels right like this, and then I go back, let's say, to the jungle or just lane normally, that would be very bad for me, as I wouldn't use the advantage that I got so far, right? So I want to play aggressive, and I don't have TP to the base, so I'm like calling for the dive on the top lane. The supports show up, I use the bugs, we have Dawnbreaker ultimate already, and we are playing very, very aggressive. And notice this trend, right? Most of the time, what is gonna happen in this game, I didn't feel like my team played perfectly. I feel like a lot of the times you were playing too scared. I mean, my team was playing too scared. I was playing really aggressive. So if you get advantage like this, you are supposed to be on the front foot and just deny enemies any farm they can get. So just like this, we rotate to the mid lane. The TA is left alone top to harass the tower. And going back to me, okay, my Dawnbreaker doesn't want to lane right now. I don't want to leave bot lane unattended because there's some farm. So this is the part where I start playing greedy, right? So I'll just get some farm as well, not only the kills. And by doing that, I actually do two things. First, I obviously get the gold, right? So it's obvious. But the second part is I can put pressure on the lanes, so enemies have to always react to them. And with my levels, it's gonna mean that I can pretty much kill them every time, right? I can see a TP on mid. I will go on Leshrac, because I know I'm very strong right now, right? I have 11 sticks, I have earn charges. Yeah, I get the kill, and I will just kite out. I check for a ward because I know that the supports were playing on the right side, at least the Oracle here. He was ganking the mid lane. Okay, there's no ward. I have Vessel at 9 minutes. Again, if I had a bad game, I wouldn't go for Vessel. I would go for like defensive item already. So like Yule Scepter, after the urn at least. But if I can get the Vessel at 9 minutes, it's good enough. I killed the first courier of the game here. And back to the bot lane, right? Because that's the lane we want to pressure. Because the bot lane we can actually dive easier, right? Because there's like less space for enemies to react to TP and all of that. And the Broodmother was left alone for like 2-3 minutes, so I don't want Broodmother to recover. Let's switch up to the net worth right now. So as you can see, I'm coming out of the lane, almost 4k net worth. We're about to, yeah, we're gonna dive this guy a bit. I have my ultimate, so I'm just gonna use it. And here I fucked up, I didn't see Leshrac on my monitor, and I will just feed. But notice how every movement we make like this, we force many rotations, and that means my other cores are getting to farm, right? I'm not a core, I'm a support. So if I force rotations like this, that means, my TA is alone versus Axe, my Ogre comes and they can get this kill, right? My Sniper is allowed to just get the mid tower. So even though we feed 2 kills here, it's actually great for us, I would say. Because in the end, we're progressing the map, right? And if you cannot progress the map if enemies are just playing 2-on-2, you have to make them move around the map. And hopefully you don't die. But if you die, but you progress the map as a support, that's good enough. Even though I have advantage, right? So me dying is not the best, I would say. But again, we get to progress the map. Notice how there's no tower on the top lane already, no tower on the mid lane. Coming to the mid lane, I kind of want to be like pushing out this lane and hopefully going for the bot. Ogre stays mid, so he gets his levels. I'm level 10 already. My game is very good. And right now, this is the point where I am supposed to play aggressive. Because if I don't play aggressive, I'm pretty much wasting my advantage, right? So if I'm not allowed to play aggressive because they can kill me, then I would probably just be efficient. But with this Weaver hero, if I'm playing against their lineup, up until the Silencer hits level 6, I'm pretty much unkillable. Unless I just fuck up, right? We have the vision on Brood because I was there. And we want to progress the map again. We get the kill on the Brood, but we still want to get the bot tower. That's the most important part. Even if we don't kill the Brood, the heroes rotating to the bot lane means we can get the tower. So right now it's 12 minutes in. That's great. My next objective, pretty much, is the Wisdom Rune of enemies. So I have pretty much 2 minutes that I want to farm up. And my item choice is Yule Scepter. I want to go for Yule Scepter because that dispels the Silencer's silence. I'm a big fan of going for Satanic very early on, even on support Weaver, but I feel like going for Satanic here is way too greedy at this point of the game. So notice I'm gonna be farming, pushing the waves, which is very important again, and then I will show up on the mid lane and check the stacks if they have stacks, because they have Axe, right? Okay, I see they have no stacks. I take their vision. And as I said, my next goal is to steal the Wisdom Rune. So I don't really want to leave this area. So I'm just gonna farm it, right? Because they can kill me, most likely. And if they do, they need to bring like 3 heroes, use the global and all of that. And like, okay, what is happening? They go for T8, there's nothing I can do. That's just unfortunate. Okay, I still have like 20 seconds until I can get the wisdom, so I'm just gonna farm the camp here. I'm pretty sure that the enemies don't have vision, but even if they do, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, they are on the top lane, right? So I go there, I get yet another wisdom shrine out of enemies. Notice how my T is free farming, my sniper is farming. Even though Lesh has a pretty decent game, he has 10 kills, it's a Leshrac. And I'm a Weaver, so with the farm I have, I can pretty much address him if I need to. Notice how at 14 minutes, I have almost 50 last hits already. So I'm gonna die here, but this is gonna cost them a lot. They need to use the silence, and that's the most important spell in this game. If they don't have the silence, because we have Dawnbreaker, right? So every time they have a silence, they can pretty much counter the Dawnbreaker with just the silence, right? So that's a bad thing for us. But if I die for the silence and then we are allowed to get like 3 kills like here, it's fine for me. Especially with the fact that the TA is farming still. So right now there's like no objective to get. I would love to get Roshan before 20 minutes so we can get like Roshan into the tormentor, right? So this is, again, this is the time I really want to play aggressive. And if I know that they have no global, I'm just gonna be playing near their tier 2, because I know the Axe doesn't have a blink just yet, so I'm impossible to kill. Even though, you know, this is playing very greedy, right? But look, this Slash is trying to farm up, and then I just show up in his face. Use the ultimate, kite out, kite out. Notice how much attention I get as a position 4 here, right? I could be farming defensively and just getting my items, but that would mean that the TA is not allowed to do that. And if TA is caught in the place like this, she just dies. Here Leshrac just, you know, jumps in to get this annoying Weaver. This part is actually very interesting. So notice how I'm very annoying to enemies, right? So they will use a lot to get me. Like in this case, this Leshrac just jumped in. If I'm like 0-5, he doesn't even bother with the jump here. And here we just kill him like that. So here I'm trying to find the Broodmother. I do. I kill her spiderlings. That's the best thing I can do right now. The mid lane is getting pushed with the creeps, so it's not like I need to address it. Here I probably could push out the bot lane first, then TP base, but I want to be full resources. And I have Yule Scepter in the base, right? So this item is gonna be very useful for me, as long as I don't get jumped by Leshrac. And if I do, it's like I can't be safe by that item, but I still need to get it, I feel like. Maybe I could have rushed the Satanic, but I really wanted a farming item after the first Dispel. And if I went for Satanic right now, it would be way too greedy. Find the Axe. They jump me, I use the Yule Scepter, and I still die here, as you can see. As I said, Leshrac jumps me, I'm gonna die no matter what. But it doesn't matter. Again, this is the silence used, right? So if we want to force anything on any place right now, we have the Dawnbreaker ultimate that is not gonna get stopped. The Broodmother is getting harassed a lot, and she actually dies to the Sniper, who has 11k net worth at 18 minutes, which is amazing. So about this time, you can see me drawing on the map, right? And I'm saying to my team, guys, we want to make a move on this part of the map, so if we get a kill right now, we are allowed to get Roshan. This is basically what I'm saying through the microphone. And this is exactly what's gonna happen right now. I want to make a move, get a kill or two, and just get the Roshan. So here they try to get the Ogre. They actually do, but that's a great move for us. I think I even said to my Ogre that he can bait here. And right now we're just gonna get kills. And we just pretty much killed their whole team. other than the Brute, who died 30 seconds before. So again, the goal is simple. We have TA, we have Weaver, so a lot of minus armor, so we want to get Roshan ASAP. If we didn't have the... If we had this advantage, but we didn't have the minus armor, I would probably just chill for the first 20 minutes, get to Tormentor, and after that get Rush. Leshrock was blaming his players, but he was the captain in the Immortal draft, so he literally just picked them. This was, I think it was plus 30 game as well, which means that he picked from the right, so apparently the better players, but in this bracket the margins are so small it doesn't really matter. So why are we playing here? Again, we want to get the Tormentor, so the Tormentor is on top lane, and here I know that the enemies are likely to pressure, right? To be pressured, sorry. So if I leave to the bot lane, that would mean I would probably get some farm, but this is giving up the pressure, and I don't really want enemies to get any farm. I'm checking for vision. And again, around 20 minutes we're gonna get the Tormentor. I see my TA is getting the tower, so I'm calling for the Tormentor as soon as we get the tower. I watch Brute, but again, I don't really want to give up on the pressure here, so I don't think TPing bot lane and trying to kill Brute is the right choice. So again, 20 minutes, we're gonna hit the Tormentor, I believe, here. And as I said, as a support, you need to watch the clock, right? So I told you that we have a certain objective in the mind, which is the Tormentor. After that, it's quite obvious it's gonna be XP Shrine at 21 minutes. And this is something I really hate. My TA is going back for some reason. I really want to get the XP Shrine, and possibly I will be able to get it. But again, my TA is playing defensive, right? So I don't like that. She has the Aegis, she's pretty much able to, I'm not gonna say end the game, but pretty much get the barracks at this point. And going away from this play is very greedy, and I would say inefficient as well, in terms of that the enemies are very likely to contest here. I use the bugs, I kill another courier, and I think we get the kills here. The Yule Scepter is helping me a lot. I still have Lotus, I still have Stick. This guy just gives up. So, as you can see, third XP Shrine from 3 XP Shrines that we can get. Broodmother dies bot after they gank her, they gank the Dawnbreaker, but it doesn't matter. At this point, I'm allowed to play for Maelstrom. I would love to get the shard as well from the Tormentor. I didn't, but I will just buy it as soon as possible. Because at this point of the game, if you notice my last hits, I have 85 last hits, which is pretty much double what both enemy supports have. Which means, you know, they have 40 last hits together, I have 85. And this is because I'm pressuring, this is both me pressuring the map and farming, right? So notice how most of the time, I'm never farming like here or here or here, because that's not my job. My job is to get advantage like this, but I need to use it. I need to pressure enemies. If I'm playing defensive, that means pretty much I'm griefing the game. So we played for the top, we took the XP Shrine here. We could be playing top here and trying to push this, but we decide to switch to the right side, as there's tier 2 here still, right? But we are strong enough to go for the high ground push already. I'm talking to my team that as long as enemies don't get double man call with the axe, we're gonna be able to pretty much just sit behind TA and get the barracks. Can't remember this post. Yeah, I think was just flaming his team. And again, my team is pressuring mid, but I really want to grab the bot wave. As the bot lane is pushing, right? It's the wave is here. So I could TP there and fix it, but the more efficient way is just to go for this way. They catch me. Notice how they use a lot to get me. I have buyback. I ping it to my team. Guys, I have buyback. If I use the buyback and my ultimate, I can be there with full HP. But I noticed that my team doesn't need it. And I know that we can get barracks at this point of the game. So notice how I died like 5 times. But out of this, 3 of deaths were enemies had to commit so much, they pretty much give up on any chance for them to be aggressive. Because what is gonna happen now? If this TA is pushing this, when there's no silence, they cannot jump her, because there's gonna be a downbreaker ultimate, and if they do, they will just die, right? So me dying on the bot lane is... So I'm farming, right? I'm getting the farm, and then I'm forcing enemies to use a lot of things on me to get me killed, but that means we are allowed to pressure on another place, in this case just get the mid barracks, just because of that, right? Okay, we don't have the Aegis, the top lane is pushed, so as I said, again, this is the time for me to be efficient. I will just fix 2 waves, and then obviously my team is grouping up for the tier 2 on the bot lane, so I'll join them. But just because I went to the top lane first and fixed the lanes, there's like no pressure on the tower, right? This brute cannot get this tower, and if I didn't go here and I just tip it here, that would mean we probably just trade. And if you have 20k gold advantage, there's no point to trade versus enemies. And again, I'm not risking anything by tipping there. There's no chance that they kill me, right? They don't have the global, so I won't die. It's quite simple. So after I get the shard, I get the mushroom, I'm going for the satanic. I'm really big fan of this item, because when you go through the creeps with your shard, you pretty much heal a lot of HP, and if you use the satanic, you're always full HP. So at this point, I'm pretty much a core, right? And we can go back to the net worth. Yeah, we are above the Ox, both supports. And notice how I'm like playing greedy, and my ogre has like Midas, right? But it doesn't mean we are paying the price on the map. We are playing aggressive, farming aggressively, making sure the enemies don't have space on the map. And then, just because of this, we are allowed to get more gold. And instead of going for, you know, defensive items, because I have the only defensive item I need, and other than that, there's like, they either kill me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I could go for like, you know, Aeon Disc, but this doesn't make sense for me. So I'm just gonna accept the fact that every time they want to kill me with global, they will just do. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I can just be more efficient. So going on the bot lane is like kind of greedy right now. Like there's nothing happening, so I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna fix the top lane again. And notice how through the whole game, the lanes are always in our favor. And if they are not, we just fix them instantly, pretty much. Unless we are getting an objective. So again, it's 27 minutes. The next objective that we can get is pretty much the XP shrine here, right? It's quite obvious. So again, I want to switch up the center of our attention to the top lane. Because, you know, if it's 24 minutes, 25 minutes, then there's like no Roshan, no tormentor, we can play anywhere we want. But here I want to play on the left side, so I'm again allowed to get this at 28 minutes. And I believe there's gonna be the first time enemies use the global not to kill me, and they killed the Dawnbreaker. But again, this means we are allowed to do a lot of things on the map. Maybe it's not that clear and cut, as the Dawnbreaker is not allowed to join. But other than that, I'm very, very strong, right? So, with no global, I'm pretty much impossible to kill. As I can just, like, you know, kite, and use the ultimate just in time. And the global is the only thing that stops me from doing that. We got some kills. It's not perfect, but again, as I said, the first objective we can get is XP Shrine. So after the fight, I always look at the clock. Every time you are done with something as a support and you have free time, look at the clock. And think about the objective you can get. So here I get 4 out of 4. This is, you know, amazing play. You are supposed, if you have advantage like this and you are playing mobile hero, you're supposed to get every XP Shrine of enemies. Because looking at the levels, just disregard that they had the facet for it, right? The enemy supports are level 13 and 12. And I'm like level 20. If I didn't have the bugs, I would be like level 17, I would say. Or maybe 18 even, right? And it's only because I'm playing for the XP shrine. So we get yet another Roshan. We have the timer as we have tier, right? So we're gonna know that the rush is there. And I'm close to Satanic. So yeah, at this point of the game, the goal is very simple. We just stand behind TA, she pushes the buildings, and as I said to my team, the only way they kill us is if they get two-man call on any of the heroes that are dealing DPS. This guy should be dead. He actually survived. It's just unfortunate. I didn't want to use him. Maybe that's a mistake. I mean, in hindsight it's a mistake, but I was sure that the TA is gonna get him. But it doesn't matter at this point. Notice how the lanes are pushed in, right? This guy doesn't need to be with us as he has the ultimate, right? And devs like this, here, if he dies, I don't even remember, I think he does, yeah, are very good for us, because this allows us to pressure the top lane. And I ping it. Okay guys, they have no silence. As long as we don't give two-man call, we can pretty much get the barracks here. I'm scouting with the bugs. And we are just getting the tower here. Axe jumps us, it's a very good call, but the team doesn't follow up. I use my ultimate. Again, like, if the silence is down, I'm allowed to do anything I want in this game. I use the dust as they have glimmer. That was a very good jump by Axe, if the team followed up, but they didn't. I want to bait some spells here. I need to click my hero. Yeah. I'm pretty close to Satanic already. So we're gonna get another barracks here. And at this point, this game is getting pretty much over, right? So as a lesson for today, you can see how I'm playing a greedy support, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna be farming defensively. It's never allowed as a support. You are not meant to farm defensively unless you're playing Furion, right? Because the Furion can join in. But also a Furion, you can actually TP here as well, right? For enemies farm. And this is more efficient. So at this point, you can see how playing on the front foot and always playing and farming aggressively means that my team gets a lot of space behind to farm, right? Here and here, the TA was able to farm any place she wanted just because the Weaver, the annoying Weaver, was playing like right here at 15 minutes, right? So that's my job. And here I think I die, but it doesn't matter. We got the mega creeps, so at this point they kill all of us, but this game is gonna be over in 2 minutes. So that's it for today. I hope you like this kind of video. If you have any questions about playing greedy position 4, which I can suggest if you want to climb MMR, just ask them in comments. I feel like this is a great representation of a game, how you are supposed to play as a greedy support, a pushing support, which in most cases people don't realize that you are supposed to play on the enemy side of the map, because if you don't, you are pretty much griefing your team because you're stealing the farm, and that way you're putting the pressure on the enemy side of the map, but also making space for your cores, right? Because if you are farming aggressively, that means they probably don't get killed because enemies have to react to your moves on the map, and if you get killed, that means, you know, it's fine, right? You're a support, so you're fine with that. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel and let me know what would you like to see next. See you.